All right, everyone. Good afternoon to all of you. First of all, let me announce you about our test 2. The test 2 is going to be conducted on 2nd of May. And you are writing from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. in the evening for your test 2 on 6th. All those students who have the clash with any other subject, please come and report after the class or in my office if you can pass by at the Faculty of Business. I'm just thinking that because when I'm going to the class these days, I found the class is not full. It's not, the students are not coming with full capacity to attend the class. So I'm combining the both groups together. Even this group has at least 47 or 48 students in the group 2, but currently I can see that only 7 students are attending this online class today. So it maybe go up to 10, but not more than that. So by Thursday or tomorrow, I'm combining the both group. Please attend class tomorrow and the Thursday morning one instead of having the separate. If you have any other issue which is you would like me to explain, for that I can create a class on Thursday on Teams so that we can discuss some additional material. But for the same class activity, please attend by tomorrow on Wednesday with the group, original group, Monday from 2 to 3, Wednesday from 2 to 3. So the accounting for non-profit making organization and the partnership accounting both will be the coverage for your test 2. So kindly start preparing for the test 2. Now today we are going to study about, like in partnership, you know that the business has been um, owned by the group of people, those who know each other and they can share their the skills, investment, and the capital to run the business on the large scale. Can you see the Word document, which is I'm sharing now? Can you see the Word document?
Yes, ma'am.
Is visible on the screen? All right. So in partnership, basically we prepare the same financial statement, income statement, and statement of financial position. But as the ownership has been shared, so to show the proportion of each owner, we also prepare profit and loss appropriation account, which is indicate that how the profit and loss has been apportioned and shared by the partners, and the partners capital account and the partners goodwill account. These are the additional account we need to prepare. And if there is any changes come, the revaluation of asset in the partnership has been taken place. The partnership account has to be revalued in terms of value of assets and liability in the situation when a partner is admitting or a partner is retiring from the business, or the third situation when the partners of the existing business would like to revise their profit and loss sharing ratio, because sometimes at the beginning either they may be agreed, okay, maybe there are 3 partners and they agree they are going to share profit and loss equally, but later on they realize that 2 partners work is too much in the business, the third one does not contribute in a higher, So in that situation, they would like to revise the profit and loss sharing ratio, and for that, they have to do the revaluation of their asset to find out how much proportion of each. And when there is any change, it is also affect the goodwill. So first of all, you need to know what is a goodwill. Goodwill is treated as an intangible asset that is either self-generated or purchased. It comes when you purchase an existing business, it's come with the old business, or it is also a self-created reputation of the business. It is the value of benefit that a business has become business has because of the factor that help in increasing its profitability. Yeah, this is the factor who contribute to increase the sales and the profitability of the business. Says its location, favorable contract, access to supplies, and the customer loyalty. Yeah, because of sometimes the venue, the place is very easily accessible, and it is a favorable contract um, by the customers, and they also get a better service from the business. Goodwill is the reputation earned by the business through hard work, honesty, and the quality and satisfactory service to customers. Yeah, sometimes people go to the shop, a new shop. At the beginning, they don't have much interest and also the trust in the shop in terms of the quality of product, the service they are providing. But once the business run for a certain period of time, maybe 1 year, 2 year, and the way they are handling with the customers and providing the quality of product, the customers start liking that business, and then it creates a good reputation. Either it is a restaurant or shop which is selling the goods or anything. So the reputation they earn by providing their services and the quality to the customers, when you valued that reputation in terms of money, it is known as goodwill. The efforts and the hard work done by the existing partner frame the goodwill to the accounting firm. So same for the accounting partnership. When they also create a good reputation, they earn by providing their services. That is also known as the goodwill of firm. At the time of admission, the new partner is required to bring his share of goodwill to the firm, because the goodwill is already created. Like sometimes there is a doctor firms, they start a business as a clinic in the partnership agreement. The doctors from various areas like dentist, heart specialist, cardiologist, and dermatologist, they come together and establish a clinic so that they can serve to the patient by having different uh, services in different areas. So as they are providing the good services, that clinic create a reputation. And if the new doctor wants to join that same clinic to provide, maybe the gynecologist also would like to join as a new partner, then because the clinic is already have a goodwill, a reputation, so the new partner also need to bring the goodwill in the existing business. Hence, at the time of admission of the partner, goodwill is valued as agreement among the partner. Yeah, they can uh, do the valuation of goodwill based on their agreement. New partner compensate the old partners for acquiring his or her share of the profit in the firm, because new partner will also given from the share, so that all partners they have to sacrifice or compensate their some portion for the new partner. So new partner shares of goodwill is equal to the value of goodwill on that date of the admission times new partner share in the firm. How much he is bringing in the firm, that much goodwill will go to the new partner. Suppose the amount of goodwill, the value of goodwill of the business on the date of admission is 50,000. Suppose it is 50,000 and the new partner share in the firm, he was sharing the profit 1/5, 1/5. So how much the goodwill goes to the new partner when the amount of goodwill is 50,000 and the sharing proportion of new partner is 1/5. So it's 50,000 times 1/5. How much is going to be? You can calculate. Suppose the goodwill is 50,000 and the new partner has been admitted with the sharing profit and loss is a 1:5 share he will be given. So how much goodwill he will get in the new business? How much? Anyone can calculate? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
So how much the proportion of the goodwill for the new partner? Can you see the document?
10,000.
Yeah, it's simply 10,000, the 1/5 portion of 50,000. I don't know why you guys were taking so long to answer that simple thing. So that's how the portion of goodwill for the new partner can be determined. Goodwill is adjusted by taking the following step. First of all, you need to calculate the sacrificing ratio of the old partner. Once a new partner joins, how much old partners are sacrificing. And then we calculate the goodwill of the firm or what is stated in the question. Then we calculate the share of goodwill of the new partner as well as to the old partner. So we simply calculate by 3 steps, determine the sacrificing ratio, calculate the goodwill of the firm. Now what is the total amount of goodwill? Then how much proportion for new and old partners? Are we together up to here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sometimes the goodwill does not appear in the books or the amount of goodwill is paid privately without indicating in the books of account. Then it's not indicated in the books. Like for example, E and F are partners sharing profit and loss in the ratio of 4:3. Then G is admitted or joined into the firm for 1/4 share. G brings 20,500 cash as his share of capital and 9,800 as a premium for goodwill. Premium is the addition to the goodwill of the business. So he also, because as we said, when the new partner joins, he also need to bring the goodwill. Apart from uh, contributing in the capital, he also need to pay additional money to contribute to the goodwill of the business. So he bring 9,800 as premium for goodwill. And this is paid privately to the old partner. Personally, when it is paid to the personally, it does not record in the books of account. So in that situation, we pass the journal entries, the date on which he bring or deposit to the business bank account. So goodwill is the amount, either it is coming as a cash or either it is coming into the business bank account. So cash account is debit by 20,500 and G's capital account is 20,500 being capital, right? So we just only mention the capital, which is came into the business by 20,500. We do not show the amount of goodwill, which is not paid officially, it is paid personally or privately into the partnership fund. The second condition, when the new partners bring his share of goodwill in cash. When the amount is goodwill is retained in the business and it came as in a cash, in that situation, we write the cash or bank account by total amount. Like in the previous example, he bring the capital 20,500 and the goodwill 9,500. 800, sorry, 9,800 is the goodwill and the 20,500 is the capital. So the total amount came into the business is 20,500 plus 9,800, 30,300. So in that situation here in the amount column, we will write 30,800, 30,300, then new partners capital account, which is 20,500, and premium for goodwill, you will write 9,800. So 9,800, then 20,500 makes total 30,300 as a cash, because cash is coming in. So cash account is debit and the capital account is credit and the goodwill account is also credit. Premium for goodwill account is also credit. Do you understand this part, everyone? Up to here, do you understand, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we can move on. Okay, now for adjusting the goodwill to sacrificing partner in their sacrificing ratio. Sometimes when the new partner admit, the old partner has to sacrifice their proportion in the profit and loss sharing ratio. In this situation, how much value they sacrifice, they also get that proportion from the goodwill of new partner, because or they withdrew. So when they are sacrificing, we need to find out how much value have they sacrificed on the admission of new partner. For that, you will see this example. The example which says Gopal and Krishna are partners sharing profit and loss in of the firm in the ratio of 5:4, and M is admitted in the firm for 1:5 shares in firms. The new profit sharing ratio is decided to be 4:3:2. M brought in 22,000 as his share of capital and 8,000 as premium for goodwill, which is retained in the business. It means which has been come to the business, not to the partner. So when the profit and sharing ratio has changed, we need to determine how much the old partner has sacrificed. So the old ratio was, it was 5:4. 5:4 means 5 plus 4, 9, 5/9 and 4/9. And the new ratio has become 4:3:2. So 4 plus 3 plus 2 is also 9. So the proportion of first partner, G, Gopal, is 4/9, and the second partner proportion is 3/9. So when you find out how much they sacrifice, we subtract the new ratio from the old ratio. So the new ratio is 4/9. We subtract from 5/9. So he's sacrificing 1/9 portion, and K is also sacrificing 1/9 portion for the new partner, M. Okay, so how much the amount of goodwill will be created? They both are sacrificing their proportion by 1/9 and 1/9. So 1/9 of the 8,000, 1/9 of the 8,000 will be goes to in their account. But this goodwill is going to the business, so we do not record with the name of partners. We just record cash in bank account, and then the premium of goodwill, which is 8,000 paid by the new partner, goes into the business. And for adjusting the goodwill to sacrificing partners in their sacrificing ratio, so for that you can first premium of goodwill, how much is sacrificing the partner's capital account, and for the premium of goodwill withdrawn by the all partner, if they withdrawn, so the cash goes out, it goes to the partner's capital account. The old partner sacrificing partner's capital account is debit, and the cash, if they are withdrawing, they are taking from the partnership firm, then we record for the premium of goodwill withdrawn by the old partner. So how much they are, suppose if they are sacrificing 1/8 portion or 1/10, so the sacrificing partner's capital account to cash account. Like you can see by this illustration. First read the illustration. What does it say? The example says M and N are partner in the firm, sharing profit and loss in the ratio of 3:2. P is to share the future profit and loss for the firm in the ratio of 3:2:1. When the new partner joined P, they change the profit and loss sharing ratio. The new partner P bring 31,500 as his share of capital and 11,600 as premium for goodwill. The premium for goodwill bought in by the new partner is withdrawn by the old partner. Okay, so whatever the premium of goodwill he brought in the partnership firm, it has been withdrawn by the old partner. So in which ratio he will withdraw? He will withdraw in the proportion or the share he has in the business. So how to make the journal entries when such situations are there? You can read again the illustration, the example. Sorry. Yeah, you can read again the example. Then I'll show you the solution part. Have you read the question or illustration? Have you read the question? Okay, so you can see that he bring the capital and then the portion of one of the partner withdrawn by the old partner, right? Now let's see what is that. So we pass the general entries. First of all, we make the entry. The money came in the business. So B, new partner bring the capital with 31,500. P, so P's capital account 31,500, and then the premium for goodwill he brought 11,600. So in the bank, the total amount came as 43,100. Then the partner who took his portion, the old partner, so how much portion he sacrificed? So you have to see the calculation of sacrificing ratio. So there was old partner M and N. M has the old proportion 3/5 and the N has the old proportion 2/5. In the new partnership, the ratio change in 2:2:1. So 2:2 means 2/5. 2 plus 1 is 5. 2/5 and 2/5. Then we find out the sacrificing. M, his proportion was 3/5. Now it's become 2/5. So he sacrificed 1/5. And B, his proportion was 2/5. And in the new ratio, his proportion is also 2/5. So he doesn't sacrifice anything. So the total portion M sacrifice is 1/5. So 1/5 of the goodwill. How much was the goodwill? Goodwill was 11,600. So 1/5 portion of 11,600 is 2,320. So we calculate 2,320. That much from the premium of goodwill goes to the partner M, to partner's P capital account. Then he withdrew from his capital account. So P capital account will be debited and to the bank account because the money is reduced from the bank to the P account. Do you understand these journal entries? Guys, do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anyone who has a doubt? Okay. Now, we also make the adjustment goodwill to sacrificing partner in their sacrificing ratios, like how much they sacrifice, that much they also get the proportion in the goodwill. Now there's another situation. For example, R and K are partner in the firm sharing profit and loss in the ratio of 5:3. Then M is admitted into the firm as a new partner. They decided to share the profit and loss for the firm in the ratio of 4:2:2. M, which is Mayur, bring in 64,800 as his share of capital and his share of goodwill in the firm uh, in the form of following asset. So goodwill he bring in a form of asset, furniture for 24,600, stock for the value of 33,600, and the machinery with the value of 41,600 they brought into the business. So how do we going to record those transactions in the books of account as a journal entries? First of all, what he bring in the business, we record because he bring the capital as well as the asset, furniture, stock, and machinery in a form of the goodwill. I'm in a class. Did you try to make some journal entries? Does anyone try? Okay, let's see. Here, if it is come in a form of cash, we write the cash account is debit, and then we write the use capital account and the premium account is credit. But here the new partner bring the goodwill in a form of assets, furniture, stock, and machinery. So the furniture account, when it's coming to the business, we record in a debit side. That's why the furniture account is debit. The stock account is debit and the machinery account is debit. Right?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Then the premium of goodwill, because the partners, the premium of goodwill goes equally according to their sacrificing ratio. So how much the old partners sacrifice? The old ratio was 5/8 and 3/8, and the new ratio has become 4/8, 2/8, and the 2/8, like this. So we calculate the sacrificing ratio. The old partner sacrifice 1/8 portion, and both of them in 1:1 means half. So the premium of goodwill will go half to the old partners. Rather capitals, it will go in their capital or current account. Either you can record in current account or in capital account. Same, the half of it is also goes to in Krishna's account. So we pass the journal entries. Premium of goodwill account is debit, because when the capital increase, we record in a credit side of capital account in the ledger. So here also the capital account will be on credit side. 17,500 will goes to the Radha's capital account, and 17,500 goes to the Krishna account. Are we together?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we would like to do one class activity where we have the information about a partnership firm. Jim and John are in partnership, sharing profit and losses equally. They decided to admit Sam. By agreement, the goodwill valued at 40,000 is to be introduced into the business books. Sam is required to provide much capital provided by John. After she has been credited with her share of goodwill, the new profit sharing ratio is to 8:3:5, respectively, for Jim, John, and Sam. The balance sheet before admission of the Sam showed is before the Sam joined, the balance sheet of the business is like that. The total of current and non-current asset except the cash is 160,000. Cash is 1,000. Total current liabilities is for 41,000. So the net asset of the business is 120,000. And the capital of the old partner is Jim has 70,000 and John has 50,000. So the total capital of finance by business is 120,000, right? So on the basis of it, you are required to pass the journal entries for the admission of new partners, Sam. Opening balance sheet for the new partner. You also need to prepare the balance sheet for the new partner. Decided to do when after the starting of the new business, right? So these are the things. Can you please go through again to the question? Let me show you again so you understand, or you can take a picture of the activity. Have you read this part?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you done with reading?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So can you try to pass the journal entries for the admission of new partner? It is just goes with the same debit and credit rule, which is we apply according to the double entry uh, to the ledger account, right? Okay, now let's see if you tried. Okay. So first of all, we need to pass the journal entries. The journal entries like how much the capital and goodwill has been provided. So the goodwill comes in the business goodwill account debit by 40,000, and the Jim and John we get 20%. Let's see how.
Because they were
Agreement the
sharing
goodwill
equally.
valued. Sorry. Because according to the old profit and sharing ratio, they were sharing equally, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Are we together?
Yes.
They were sharing equally. So the previous goodwill at 40,000 to be introduced into the books of account by agreement. So here they admit the new partner, and at that time they valued the goodwill. So goodwill was 40,000, which is belongs to, because it's not brought in by the new partner, it was from the old. Then He also bring the capital equal to the John, because he said he also provided the capital equal to the John. Same, so cash, he also provided the capital in a form of cash. So cash is came in, cash account debit, and the SAM's capital account. Either you can write SAM's capital account. Not capitals. Cash account is debit by 70,000 because he said he contributed the capital equal to the capital of John. So John, he provided the capital. Then after that, so we pass those two journal entries because now new partner does not bring any goodwill which has to be shared, but now we have to prepare the balance sheet after admitting the new partner. So we start with the intangible asset. The business has goodwill of 40,000. Then the value of non-current asset, it was 160,000. Cash was 1,000. Then he supplies 70,000 as a capital, which is in a form of cash. So the total cash is become 71,000. And then the current liability was 41,000, which is stated in the old balance sheet of the business. And then the capital of Jim and John become 90,000 because we added 20,000, which is come proportion from the new partner. John is become 70 and the same capital is 70,000. So that's how we prepare the balance sheet after the new partner has been joined the business. Is it clear to everyone up to here?
No, ma'am. I want to ask where we got
Which part you
71
did not understand?
for the cash. The
The
71.
cash.
Yes.
The new partner, he provided the capital equal to the capital of John. John.
Okay.
And how much is the capital of John? It was, no, sorry, Zim. Zim capital. You see, Sam is required to provide the capital equal to that of, let me see, Zim or John, whose capital is, yeah, Zim capital is 70,000. So he has to provide it that equal to the capital of, sorry, Zim, not John. After she has been credited with her share of goodwill, right?
Yes.
Are we together? That's how we get 70. And then the cash was before in the business is 1,000. So 70 and plus 1, 71,000.
Oh, okay. I get it, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Any other question? Okay. In the absence of any other question, we are ending our lesson here. So next lesson you will attend tomorrow with the other student at 2 p.m. in G12, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
The rest of announcement I will make in the another class.
Okay.